Yo, what's going on YouTube? I am Germ here. A little bit of a different video today. I wanted to talk about a potential really big investing mistake that you might be making right now, and that I see a lot of people, at least I think, what I think is a big investing mistake happening in the market right now, and something that but some big YouTubers, some people on Twitter, some people like that are recommending. Some people are not recommending this and are actually pointing out how bad it is, and I do agree with them. And this is people getting ready for Paris, or really anything out in the market, but more specifically getting ready for Paris right now, getting ready for the sale. We know that prices, if the sale actually happens, which we assume it's going to, that prices are likely going to be dropping, very quickly, very fast, but then staying down pretty low for months, potentially 2-3 months, however long the sale lasts, and then probably even a little bit of time after that. People are starting to put in buy orders for a lot of stuff that they want, and this seems like a good idea. It seems like responsible. Like, hey, you're preparing, you're getting ready. Like, no one just wants to sit here and do nothing. You want to be doing something, and by putting in a buy order, you feel like you're being productive. You feel like you're getting something done. You feel like you're actually spending your time usefully or efficiently or wisely or whatever. But I really think that buy orders, and especially a lot of the buy orders that I'm seeing out in the market right now, are a huge mistake and are going to lose a lot of these people out on a lot of potential gains and a lot of potential profit. So again, buy orders seem great because prices are up here right now. Prices are about to crash down. And you see it at this big price, and you're setting these buy orders lower, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% lower, wherever you're setting them. And you're like, hey, I'm getting it that much cheaper than it is right now. If my buy order gets filled, that's an awesome deal. But why? What is the point? And what are the potential downsides? Like, one, I think a lot of people think buy orders are this great thing because, we see all these stories of like, oh, this person got a Gunganir for 7 cents. He had a buy order in place, and then somebody went to quick sell and he got it for 7 cents or whatever. And it just seems good. You're going to be able to get up a lot of these things cheap, but like, this isn't going to be a flash crash. This isn't going to be something that if you don't have buy orders in place, you're going to miss out on these amazing Paris prices or anything like that. Like, no, that's not the case at all. These prices are going to drop because a ton of these things are going to be being opened. They're going to be on a massive discount, a massive sale, and they're going to be on a massive discount, massive sale, and they're going to be being opened a ton for months, for weeks. This is not something where if you're not there online at that 1 minute, that 1 hour, that one day, you're going to miss out on it. You're going to have plenty of time to snatch these things up at amazing prices. And you could say, oh yeah, I'm going to have my buy order set perfectly. I'm going to get, the best price, whatever. But most likely, and what's going to happen, and what I see is about to happen with a lot of these people setting really bad buy orders. If you have good buy orders, whatever. You're not risking that much. It's probably going to be fine, especially if you don't have a lot of free time or if you don't check the markets very often or whatever. But if you're not checking the markets very often, and if you're not, I'm not saying super active, but at least semi-active in the markets and checking things and whatever, then you probably shouldn't be putting too much money or doing a ton of this stuff anyway. If you're checking the markets not very often, whatever. But if you set bad buy orders, you are just missing out on a lot, because again, these prices are going to drop and they're going to stay low, and we're going to be able to see how low these prices are. By setting a buy order weeks in advance, you're just guessing. You're being impatient. You're doing things before they need to be done. But if you just wait and see how far the market drops and give it time and see where the market is right when the sale hits, see where the market is a week after the sale hits, see where the market is a month after the sale hits, I'm really going to guess, I see a lot of trash buy orders out there, that the market is going to go a decent amount lower than a lot of the buy orders that these people are spending. And they're going to have a lot of buyer's remorse because they're setting these buy orders with most of their funds or maybe their entire bankroll right now. Those orders are going to get filled, and then prices are going to drop 10%, 20%, 30, 40, 50, whatever percent lower than even their buy orders got filled at. And they're going to feel really dumb, and they're going to feel bad, and maybe they're going to panic sell, or maybe they're going to, sell and be like, okay, I'm going to sell it now. I'm going to try to buy even lower, and then the prices are going to go back up. It's just going to be really dumb. If we look back at, some of these other stickers and everything, like, we can see the Cloud9. These are Cloud9 Antwerp glitters. They came out at around $5. They went down to like $4, $3, whatever. And people might have been setting buy orders in there at $5. Like, oh man, this is $5. If I put in a buy order for $3 or $2 or whatever, I'm going to be able to get this thing. And then prices dropped and dropped and dropped, and they kept dropping. And this is May 5th. Down here, this is September. This is 4 months later. This thing went to 54 cents. Now, when this thing was at $5, or even when this thing was at $3, do you think people were setting buy orders for 50 cents? No, they were probably setting them for like $2 or $1.50 or even $1. And if they just would have been patient, they just would have been waited, they could have maybe, bought some at $1.50 or $1 or whatever, kept some money on the side, and then continued to dollar cost average and been able to pick up for some as low as 56 cents. And you can see that there was no flash crash about this. This was a slow and steady decline. This was a slow drop and then a plateau at the bottom for an extended period of time. There was no reason to have buy orders here. And there's really, by looking at this graph, there's no way that setting buy orders could have helped you. There was no big crash where your buy orders would have been able to pick up some insanely low price and then it shoots right back up. Your buy orders just would have gotten you a really, really bad price in the long term and, potentially ate away at how much your gains could have compounded. If we look at some other stuff, it's along the same lines as the mouse hollow, this one just kind of followed an upward trajectory. So, for this one, when buy orders were up here, you might have set some buy orders that never got hit. This one isn't necessarily as bad. But then we have like the Stockholm Contenders sticker capsule where you can see once prices dropped, they stay low. They drop down to like 25 cents. Obviously, that's what it was in sale in the store for. Some days it's 25, some days it's 24, and it pretty much stays around there. And yeah, if you for these, you could make a little bit more of an argument where if you had some buy orders at like 21, 22, 23, 24 cents and it crashed down to that really quick, yeah, maybe you could have picked some up. And I think that's fine. I actually do think that setting the buy orders for the capsules makes a lot more sense in individual stickers, but setting buy orders for individual stickers where you have no idea how low the prices are going to drop or how low the prices could even drop is just really, really risky, and it's really speculative. And I think there's just so much more downside than there is upside. And I've seen some big YouTubers out there already, posting about and making videos about them setting their buy orders and encouraging their community to set their buy orders and all this stuff. And for individual stickers, I really just think it's a big mistake. And I've even seen some of these YouTubers buy orders, and hey, it's just their opinion against mine at the end of the day, but I think their buy orders are pretty trash from what I've seen, and I think they're going to get filled at some really bad prices. And I think by being patient and waiting and actually seeing where the market is, seeing where the demand is, seeing where the quantities are and their supplies are, because right now we don't know any of that stuff. We know some of it, but once the sales hit, we're going to really find out how much of these things people are going to be buying. We're really going to be finding out what the supply is. We're going to start finding out what the demand is and really starting to get a more accurate interpretation of where these prices actually deserve to be in the short term, in the medium term, and in the long term. And right now, you're just making guesses and kind of gambling with incomplete information. Again, I get why people want to do it, because right now it just sucks sitting around waiting. It sucks that the best option to do is absolutely nothing. People want to feel like they're doing something. They want to feel like they're being productive. So they're just doing some stupid stuff. And that actually makes me feel really confident about the market, because I know at the end of the day, I'm competing with people who are doing a lot of foolish stuff, who are doing a lot of stupid stuff. And I know they're going to, in the long term, their idiotic kind of decisions are going to compound, and they're going to eat away at their gains, and they're going to make this market so much easier, to make good moves in. But yeah, I see a lot of people out there making buy orders for their Paris stuff right now. Again, if I was going to set some buy orders, which I really don't think I'm going to set any, if I was going to set some buy orders, it would probably be on my favorite sticker capsule, and that's it. But there's no way that I would be setting buy orders on individual stickers right now. And I think if you do, you're making a mistake. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you the next one. Until then, peace.